Hello, everyone, and welcome to this report presentation on winter food and beverages. This is a report that is being generated and designed in using Microsoft Excel. And what we'll be doing today is I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step process of designing a similar report this way. The process is very simple and straightforward, but I'm going to break this down into multiple steps. The first thing that we're going to be looking at is the data source for the data. This data is gotten from Cargo. I'm going to be dropping a link to this particular Cargo data set in the description so that you can also follow along with me. So we have a winter food and beverage data set. And you can see the description of the data set here about data set winter food and beverages. This data set explores the popularity and characteristics of winter foods and beverages enjoyed across different countries and seasons. You will see that there is emphasis on popularity and characteristics. That means that the features of the food and beverages and their popularity score is very important. So this is the data set. Then you can download directly from here. If you want to use code to link to this data set from your notebook, Jupyter notebook, or what have you, then you can also download the zip code. So I have done that. So if you click on this, it's going to allow you to download. You download that. Then after that, you are going to extract the data set from the zip code. So I've done mine, and I'm going to be showing you the data set directly from Excel. So this is the data set, raw data set, where I've downloaded and I have every other thing here. But the process that we are going to be taking is I will take us through this process here. So I have a step-by-step activities that we need to do in order for us to have something similar to this. So the first thing is that I'm going to be saving my data as a proper Excel, because the data is coming as CSV, and whenever you have a CSV file, you have to save it as proper Excel. If not, you are not going to be having when you save everything, when you are finished working, designing something nice like this, and you close the CSV file, if you come back to that CSV file, then all this will be gone. You won't have multiple sheets. It is going to return you to just only the primary sheet, because a CSV file is not an Excel file. It is comma separated value file. So that is why you need to firstly save your data as Excel. So I'll be saving my data now as the proper Excel. Right along with me. So I'll be saving my raw file. This one is the dashboard that I have. The raw file is there. Yes. So this is what I'll be saving. Okay, so I'm here now. So I will save. I'm saving this particular report, but I'm going to save it as proper Excel. Then after that, I'll click on save, and that is saved. Okay, so this sensitivity level, and that is fine. I'll just pick public. Yes, and my data is saved. Good. Then we can proceed here. So from here, I'll be toggling with the already prepared one and this particular one. So the first thing I'll be doing is I'm going to, okay, I've saved as Excel. Then I'm going to be removing duplicate. So to remove duplicate here, there are two essential ways. There is the beginner style, and there is also the professional, the experience style. So the beginner style is, firstly, is that you can just select column A, hold on to your shift key and select column I, then you come to data, then you remove duplicate. As simple as that. If I click on remove duplicate, it's going to remove it. But let me show you the duplicate before we know that, because I ran through my data and I saw where the duplicate is, towards the end of this data here. So we have some duplicates, because if you check the ID, it is in chronological order, and you can see that there is ID 2 here, and we also have it here, and so on and so forth. So that means that this last data that we have here are the duplicate. I could have just deleted them directly here, but I don't want to do that. I want Excel to do that for me appropriately, in case there might be also duplicate in the middle as well. So I'll click on column A, I hold on to my shift, then click on column I, then I come to data. From data, then I'll remove duplicate. Yes, when I click on remove duplicate, then I click on OK. You can see 5 duplicate values found and removed, so they are gone. I have 150 remaining. The other way that I call a more professional way is to send this data to the data model in Power Query, and from Power Query you can also remove duplicate. That is a little bit advanced for some people, that are just starting with analytics with Microsoft Excel. Okay, so now from here we've done the second step. The next thing that we need to do is to remove some columns. Well, in my own data cleaning process, I believe that there are some 2 columns that they both have a lot of blanks, which is going to skew our data a lot. That is why I recommend that we delete those 2 columns. The first one is the calorie column and the rating column. If you check the 2 columns, I'm going to press Ctrl Shift L now. When I press Ctrl Shift L, it's going to bring this filter, which I can also do by coming here and applying the filter. I click on that and it removes the filter. Then I can click on this again to add it also. So if I click on this, you will see the amount of duplicate that I have. I feel that is close to let's say 40% of the old data. That is why I feel that you can just remove it and analyze some other complete data. So this is blank. I click on that. You will see I have 75 items that are blanks out of 150. That is almost like 50% already. Then if you check rating as well, rating, and let's see the ones that are blank, 73% are blank. So that is telling me that the data, those 2 columns are not really, they are going to skew my data if I analyze both of them. So in my own recommendation, I'm going to recommend that to remove them, because the data is saying that this popularity score is very, very important, and the characteristics of the beverage, which I believe that column B is the beverage, then column C, D, E, and F can still give us a fair characteristics of each of those beverages. So after removing those 2 columns, let's see our next step. Yes, our next step is to add, okay, the next step that we need to do here is to sketch how our dashboard is going to look like. As a data analyst that want to be more professional, you need to sketch how this will look like first, and that is the brainstorming session before you start designing, start doing your pivot table and all like that. If you don't plan very well, you will see that you keep deleting and doing a lot of stuff, which is going to slow you down, and it will make it to really, really look nice. So the first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to sketch, and I've done my sketch here. So I did this in PowerPoint, where I so these are just normal rectangles, and also I'll quickly do this as well so that we get along with me. So I'm going to stop this video now. Then in the next video we are going to sketch these, then also is that you can also sketch this in pure paper. It doesn't have to be in PowerPoint essentially. So thank you, see you in the next video.